2K Sports checks in with our loyal viewers with a broadcast from Brooklyn, the home of the Nets, Barclays Center. Welcome, everybody. Glad you decided to spend your Thursday night with us here at 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony, and on the sideline tonight, Doris Burke. You take a look at Boston. They've put it all together over the course of their last 7 games. They've only had 1 loss over that span.
And you'd expect nothing less from the defending champs. They've taken every team's best shot, withstood the scrutiny, and approached the playoffs here with the utmost confidence.
And with that said, a very legitimate chance now to hoist the trophy again at the end of this season. They've been to the mountaintop. They know what it feels like, but it's never easy to repeat.
And now the opening lineup for Boston. We've got DeAndre Jordan, Booker out there with Brandon Knight. Then it's Joel Embiid, and it's Reese in at the small forward position.
A lot of space right there to get that shot off.
Not a very good job of the defender getting over the top of that screen in that particular play.
Brooklyn with the ball. 4-point game. There's the dish to Olynyk. And he's good on the 3-ball. Olynyk's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Now, here is Knight. Top of the key. Shot is good off the back rim and in. Knight's got his first 2 points of the night.
That's what I call a captivating move there. He absolutely...
Ladies and gentlemen, your Brooklyn Nets.
And Rockets head coach Kevin McHale spent some time with us in the...
When you don't have a dog...
That's an interesting perspective on competitiveness and what happens when you're no longer in the thick of it, especially, Clark, when you're as physical a player as McHale was.
Yeah, you know, I certainly understand where he's coming from. I mean, I'm living it in many ways, but for me, it's about the love of the game and sharing that with so many other people who love the same things I do, whether they ever played or not. There's some common ground even outside of the competitive court.
And the second quarter getting underway. No team gaining an edge so far. And what do you guys think about Boston here in this one?
Just the start they're looking for in this game. Solid offensively through the first.
Very crisp and sharp, not much stagnation at all on offense.
And a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. On the floor for Boston, we've got Booker. Also, Brandon Knight is out there, and it's Reese in at the 3. And the shot is good. Knight's got 5 now.
For 3.
Brooklyn with the ball. And, guys, this is the first they're seeing of Boston.
And in this matchup, last season, not one of the games went their way.
And, guys, they suffered a clean sweep, and for one of the best teams in the league, that cannot sit well. You know they'll come to play tonight. Boy, he shows a lot of desire.
And we've reached half.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Well, 2 quarters down, 2 to go. Welcome back. How about you, Kenny? What did you think about the visiting team?
You know what jumps out at me?
And that's it for halftime, as the second half is just a...
Welcome back, everybody. The start of the second half getting underway. Both teams battling hard through the first half. One of the stories here, Brandon Knight getting it done today.
And what he gives his team, guys, is an edge. He just lights up an arena when he gets it going. And in that first half, young fella had it going.
Not just an edge, though, Greg. I think he gives them a confidence and a swagger they wouldn't otherwise have. And he's a special player to have around, no doubt about that.
They've got Anderson. Olynyk is out there with Wennington. And it's Holmes in at the 4 spot. So that's the Nets 5. And Embiid gets it to go.
Read the defense perfectly on that possession.
The Brooklyn Nets come into this one following a loss to the Atlanta Hawks.
And you don't have to go too deep into the box score to figure out why they lost that one. They just had an inability on that day to make shots.
You know, sometimes we talk about a defense getting into the heads of the opposing players, Greg, but that night, they got up in their own heads. Just got in their own way and couldn't get out of it.
Pulls up, high post, and he hits the jump shot.
That is so tough to defend. He'll cross you over in a nanosecond. That move is next to unstoppable.
Here's Booker. It'll count, and it's good, but hold on. The officials may want to look at that one on the replay monitor. Well, we thought the third quarter was over, but it turns out the officials are going to review the play to see if he released the ball before the buzzer.
Yeah, it's hard to tell on that one, and so a good time to...
All right, now, I want everyone here at the Barclays Center to welcome to the court.
Hello, and thanks for joining us, folks. The fourth quarter of play should begin momentarily. On the floor for Boston. Booker out there with Brandon Knight. Then it's Joel Embiid, and it's Reese in at the 3 slot. Pass to Holmes. Here's Wennington. He's guarded by Knight. Wennington with the bucket.
Huge hole in the defense that possession. He didn't waste any time cutting through it.
And that's an intentional foul.
That's his first personal foul. Coming on the floor for your Nets, Bryce McDaniel.
Down low. And that one's good. Jokic.
Just no let up, guys. They just keep coming at you.
Well, this lead is too big to overcome. I'm going out on the limb right now. There's just not enough time left on the clock to make up the ground they have to make up.
Your Nets dancer.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Wennington. Here's Holmes. And count the basket. He was fouled, and he's going to the line for one more.
Really nice job to convert the putback opportunity there. I mean, he stayed with that play from start to finish. That's something we say about him a lot.
It's the first, and that makes it a 7-point lead. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's an 8-point game. Timeout called, the Nets. They trail by 8. We got 22 seconds left in the game. Guys, your thoughts?
You know, I think he's just trying to send his team a message, you know, not willing to give up on this game just yet. Just trying to instill that fight in this group.
Yeah, hey, I'm all for giving messages and teaching lessons, and I respect that, but at some point, if it's over, it's over. I mean, you need to be looking at the next one. This one's done. Forget about it. Let's move on. Good work at the line to stretch that lead out a little bit.
Now a timeout called by Brooklyn. They're down by 7. 17 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Guys, your thoughts?
Yeah, they can game plan all they want, but unless they can put more time on the clock, I think this bad boy's over.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure what they hope to get accomplished with this time out here.
12 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And now an intentional foul. They need the ball back as soon as possible.
No choice but to foul there, but he's probably the last guy you want to see on the line.
But there was no time really to be selective. Stopping the clock was the priority.
And a tough break as his second attempt at the line, no good. Puts up a 3. Shot is off. Rose. Offline. So we see Boston get the win.
The 2K Sports post-game show.
Many thanks, Kevin. So now we move on to our Brandon Knight. What are your thoughts, Kenny, on his game tonight?
I can't imagine a play.
And folks, that'll wrap it up for tonight. We hope you enjoyed the